scared now.
Jerod, I feel like we owe everyone an apology for missing a couple of weeks. I know you like to keep these things unbound by time, but for our listeners who keep up with us, we've missed a week or two. I'm offering you the chance to explain yourself.
Under advice of counsel, I am pleading the Fifth Amendment and exercising my right to not incriminate myself.
As timeless as you like these things to be, it's interesting that you cite the Bill of Rights, which might disappear sometime soon.
I would like to do a throwback episode to the amendments
we had a
used
constitution. I've been sick, and you've been under the wrath of a snowy god. Is that a fair explanation of our delay? At first I was ill, and then when I was not ill, you had no electricity.
Yeah, I think locusts is next.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. If there are any of our listeners who are utility nerds, you will already know this. But for those who aren't, NES, which is the Nashville Electric Service, which I believe was started in the 20s or something like that. This is the largest outage they have experienced in their history.
Ooh la la.
And we're about a week into this thing, and there are still, I think, over 100,000 reports of folks still out of power.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just to give the people a little behind the curtain glimpse, we do not record this with hand cranked analog tape devices. We do rely on electricity.
We dabble.
We're like handicapped that way.
Like, I wouldn't say it's 100% electric.
Yes. I am personally not plugged into anything.
Like, there's a portion of it that is acoustic.
That's true. I'm not
Unplugged.
amplified. Like, the sound is coming out of my mouth, but it is going into a microphone and being sent through a series of tubes to you in a different time zone.
I believe the internet is like me in that it doesn't care about time zones.
You are famously time zone blind.
I am, along with the city of Phoenix, Arizona.
They are wasting so much candle wax. It's not even funny. Just to be a little different. Get yourselves together, Phoenix.
Did you say the Wax Bandits? No. Spell it for me. W-E-T.
Get in the car. He's so over Marv that he wants them to hurry up and get into a police car.
Yeah, imagine being sick of another person to the point to where you go, shut up and let's go to jail.
Yeah, I just need to get to jail without hearing you speak anymore.
That is actually a reference to the events of the 92nd minute of the John Hughes, Chris Columbus joint, Home Alone.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We talk about Home Alone minute by minute. It's what we do.
We're kids. It's what we do.
It's my life. It's now or never.
It's not Delivery. It's Bon Jovi.
Jerod, can I tell you what happens in minute 92 of Home Alone?
I was going to ask, but man, it's so much better when you offer.
Right?
It just... Like, if I have to ask for you to open the door for me, it's...
And you don't
something
mind
else.
doing it, but if I have to bring it up, like, I want you to want to do it. So I
don't want you to pretend to want to do it. Because if you're just fake, like, I don't want that. I want you to legitimately enjoy what you're doing.
Right. Or at least pretend that you enjoy it.
I'm like, no, I want you to have fun. You're like, no, I want the appearance.
Well, I mean, I know none of us enjoy this, but to at least a convincing enough degree, I'm going to pretend.
Want to clean my hands of this. I want to be able to sleep at night knowing that you convinced me you were having a good time.
By telling you what happens in minute 92 of Home Alone. Let's be clear.
Yes.
This is not a message for our wives.
They would never tell us what happened in minute 92 of Home Alone.
No. In minute 92, we have the Wet Bandits, which we're all clear. It's Wet Bandits, W-E-T, being put into the squad car. Kevin's watching the whole time. The squad car pulls out, stops just in time for Harry to glower back at Kevin, gives him a nice wave, and they have themselves a merry little Christmas down the road. And then we get Kevin in his bathrobe with some milk and cookies and carrots, sets them down, adjusts some presents, adjusts a stocking, and then we're out. It's a fast minute.
Ooh. Can I get a bravo, Sonny? Everyone who's listening.
I'll leave some space in the edit. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, if you're driving,
let's pull over. Let's be safe.
Let's shout it at whoever's in the lane next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Say, bravo, Sonny, and they'll go, ooh, a fellow listener. They're like, ooh, I listened to that this morning.
Home Alone Minute, sweeping the nation. Great at any speed. That's our motto.
Best at 1.7.
Can we put that on the bottom of the t-shirt?
I just hear it as like a terrestrial radio bump.
I remember, I don't know if you ever listened to the Super Ego podcast, but I remember them always advising you that it's better with headphones because they're doing a lot of work to, make it immersive and pan sounds left to right and stuff like that. I like the idea of us going, speed us up.
I got a different kind of wisdom because I mostly listen to the Super Id podcast.
Yeah, it's a different vibe over there.
One thing I would like to point out for both the listeners to go back and listen to, and you, Sonny, yourself, to go back and listen to when you're doing this edit, you did something that's normally associated with Latin accents doing English, where you start S words with a vowel.
Interesting. Okay.
You said a squad car.
Okay.
And it's still bringing me so much joy.
I'm just trying to show a little solidarity. It's a small way of showing some appreciation and respect for my hermanos.
It's a beautiful thing. And I might just say that to myself a couple of times tomorrow just to get through the day.
Totally did not mean to, but
no, it was just so good. Like,
don't speak well. So
no, I think it's not to be too Bob Ross about it, but these happy little accidents where you're like maybe starting to say another word, but said that instead, or, kind of bumped two words together. It's these, I go down these like rabbit holes with interviews or with producers or mixers or things, and they'll say, oh, I forgot to mute that track, but it ended up being interesting or something. So
I would recommend to anyone interested in the sound of their own voice to start a podcast and edit it themselves, because the journey is you start and you hate your voice. And then over time, you begin to accept it and love you for who you are. And then at some point you circle back around and hate yourself again.
Wait, you got acceptance? I never had that with my voice in any recorded form.
You have a lovely voice.
As do you, but you're living in there. So
maybe there's something about the work of like editing the episode though, that just requires me to accept that my voice is here. And I can't cut out everything I say, just the extra vowels.
I think you deserve to take up space.
And I felt that way for a few weeks of this podcast. And then now I'm right back to deserving no space. But here we are anyway.
Who are you in this scene? Are you W-E-T? Are you hands off the head pal? Are you the off-screen ADR of, hey, we've been looking for you two guys for a long time? Not spoken by anyone we actually see in this scene.
I like to think that you and I are sort of like the two cops left.
Doing the paperwork?
As Harry and Marv are being driven away in a squad car. There's two cops still walking around in the front yard.
Yeah, they're looking at that little free library in the front yard.
I like the idea of being one of those guys. I think who I really am in this scene is the corrections officer who has just apprehended a notorious burglar. And is the second the burglar says like, hey, watch the head, I start to actually gingerly put this man in the back of the car. Like, part of me is too nice to put this guy in the squad car the way he deserves to be put in a squad car. which is fast and rough.
Well, and it's so unrealistic and is also why it would feel anachronistic to see you in such a role, because 10 out of 10 times, if you say hands off the head, pal, to a cop, they're going to hit you in the head.
I'll give you something to cry about.
Well, I don't know if you know about this, but they gave me just a smidgen of power over you. Maybe you've read about it. Who has more power in this scene, that cop or the young boy waving from the window? Smugly?
Oh, man. Before we recorded, you and I were talking about what a good wave it is. It's fun.
Not loud, but it's also not subtle.
It's triumphant. That's what I like about it. It's Kevin fully aware that he's won. Not just won a battle, but the whole war.
It's reminiscent of a couple of other moments we've seen, but turned up to 11. I think it's similar in feeling to, hey guys.
Yes.
But again, this is like wrapped up with a plaid bow on it.
Right. And Kevin's back at home. He's comfortable. He's safe. He's behind the curtain. There's nothing Harry and Marv can do to him now. There's no sequel yet. He's just won. So gives this very happy, look where you are, look where I am wave. That's great. It's so good. The stare back from Harry, also great.
It looks, I would say it's the most defeated he's looked up until this point.
He's got those little feathers still clinging to his head.
He seems to be a fast sweller, too. Like, he's definitely got some next morning black eye already.
I'll buy that with the severity of the injuries. I do love the camera work of the police car backing out and the camera moving in, and they both land at the same spot to get Harry perfectly framed to look back at Kevin. That's some impeccable cinematography. Not
that we have an answer on hand, but how many takes?
Yeah, that took some time. And here I am appreciating it. Thank you for spending the time to get that shot right.
Going back to his look back at Kevin, I'd say defeated also goes hand in hand and might even be a very similar emotion, but acceptance. Like he looks like we've seen the joke version of this just seconds before where he's, Marv, let's go to jail. Like he's already decided he's in jail. So let's just get to it. Like he's accepted his fate in a way that he's been very, very resistant to for the last 90 minutes.
Yeah, they had the option of having him in a rage and fighting the police officers and running towards Kevin's house, and they have to like grab him by the ankles and drag him back in. And they could have done that. They don't. The idea of him admitting defeat is a better execution.
This is more just a question around SOPs, but do cops usually engage the siren once they have arrested someone and are just heading back to the station?
I think about it all the time too, because this scene is very much wrapped up, and it's not like there's little kids playing out in the street that they have to go, hey, get out of the way. Everybody's in France.
Wet bandits coming through. Did you say wax bandits?
A plausible theory is that Marv wanted to hear the siren.
He did the trucker tug, the horn honk,
the
mime.
Trucker tug.
He does have that childlike wonder.
I shouldn't have to ask the trucker to blow the horn. Like he should want to blow it for me.
And I don't want him to do it just because he thinks I'm going to ask.
Right. I want him to drive past a car that probably has a child in it and blow the horn without me having to ask. Is it so much that I want him to want to blow the horn for me?
If you see any corner of a car seat, a shadow of a car seat.
Yep. If there's a head bopping around in the back seat, just go ahead.
Just hit it.
Our interstate should be a cacophony of trucker horns nonstop.
Oh, on the weekends?
Forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
school hours, sure. Maybe, wait for someone to give you the signal. But if the kids are out and about, let her blow.
If it's a question of economics, I mean, all we need is to just work with the hearing aid lobbies. They'd happily fund it.
This episode of Home Alone Minute is sponsored by Trucker Horns. Go ahead, use them up. Trucker horns. We'll make more.
I do think that's a pretty good playing job, saying that you refill the air in truck horns.
Mm-hmm.
It's a highly specialized.
Yeah. I went to school for 3 hours for this.
Am I recalling incorrectly that the cookies, carrots, and milk was a trivia question for you?
It was Home Alone trivia. Yeah, I think it was like the 3 items that Kevin carries out after he's cleaned up. And I think the carrots were supposed to be the tough one. Milk and cookies makes some sense. But the McAllisters are a carrots for the reindeer family.
I also wonder where the cookies came from.
I wondered where the cookies came from, too. He did not buy cookies at the grocery store.
No.
But you can't leave fabric softener out for Santa.
Is there a grocery and or corner store run that we do not see?
No. So we're under the assumption that there were some leftover cookies lying around that he did not consume on the junk food binge that he went on the first night.
That actually would make sense, right? You get a sleeve, to put it in modern terms, let's say you get a package of EL fudge, double stuffed.
You know how to treat a man.
You grab 2 fistfuls from that middle section. The outer corners are foil sleeved, sort of covered from sight.
You kind of got to shake those out back into the middle.
So maybe that's what these are. These are corner cookies.
The cookies don't bother me. The carrot doesn't bother me. We saw him buy milk, so we're good there, right?
Which is funny because it's all she could do to get rid of it.
She was just trying to get rid of that milk. And you go and buy some more milk? The nerve.
The audacity.
I think this is the minute where we do have to talk about a common quibble. Welcome to Common Quibble Corner of when did Kevin clean up everything? Because we cut from him closing the curtain as the wet bandits get driven away to him in his PJs and a robe, milk and cookies, presents, stocking, and apparently all of the mess that he's created from defending the home is just wiped clean. It might be the most Looney Tunes logic of the whole film.
Video game-esque in that the feathers, when they land on the ground, they just kind of disappear.
Yeah, they blink for a second and then they're gone.
So I understand why this ends up in Common Quibble Corner, which we are spelling with 3 Qs.
Mm-hmm. It's on the back of our t-shirt.
But I will say for this scene alone, you don't need much cleanup because it's just some shattered ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's perfectly reasonable that he, for his own vibe in this room, kind of puts it just so, which there's a nod to of him just subtly adjusting a package under this tree, which I have other questions about. But he seems like he cares about creating a vibe, like curating an aesthetic for just himself.
Well, the reason that I like that is it's going back to his request from Santa that he wanted his family back. So here we have a kid who's done a lot of growing up over the past couple of days, but he's still believing in Christmas, believing that Santa can bring his family home, and he wants to make sure that everything's ready for them.
Because he thinks they'll come back and not know how to clean? I don't know if I understand.
Well, for this room specifically, he's put up the stockings. He perfects Kate's present orientation, all under the assumption that Santa is bringing his family home tomorrow. That's what all this is for. He's not doing this for himself. He's doing this because he thinks his family will be there in the morning.
I'm not convinced. I think he likes a bit of drama.
Okay.
I think he's living in his own little merry world.
You think he just has a soft spot for the stockings and the tree and the gifts that are coming out of nowhere? What has he gotten his mom?
Thank you. Okay, we're here now.
That's so, okay. Quibble Corner.
I don't know how common this quibble is.
This is uncommon quibble
I'd like
corner.
to lodge it firmly in the corner. What did he get her?
What did he get her?
When? Is it a toothbrush? Like the kid doesn't have a turtle dove to his name.
Yet. And there were more presents under the tree, which I thought they were spending Christmas in France. I thought they were bringing the presents over. I guess that is impractical because then you're going to have to fly home with all your new presents and they're not going to fit in the suitcases and stuff or something. But he got her something and we're not going to see what it is.
So if I can take the other position for a moment, I think it's totally reasonable that these are all the immediate family presents that, like you say, they wouldn't necessarily take overseas. And they would just have ready to have a delayed Christmas when they get back. And when you're 8 years old, you getting something for your mom usually means your dad gets something for your mom. So maybe there was a gift that he got with the assistance of Peter McAllister, the father. And now it just feels more significant because he wants her back.
Yeah. It just seems like a variable that we could have accounted for in some way, and it's not there. This makes me scratch my head more than how did everything get cleaned up. That doesn't bother me at all.
This is like Chekhov's gun, but we've never seen the gun before.
This is, it's going off, but we didn't see it in any of the...
We didn't see it before it got wrapped, so it could absolutely be a gun.
Yeah. Do you think it's just a few Tic Tacs?
Hold out your paw there.
I'll save these for mom.
It could be ornament shards. If I go back to him just being an eccentric youth who likes the aesthetic, these could just be empty boxes that he's doing for the scene.
Yeah, that would speak to a more troubled child than I thought Kevin was. He has a little bit of that in him in part 2, like the I'm sentimental over Christmas kind of stuff. Like, how can we possibly go to Florida? There's no Christmas trees there. There's a little bit of that spirit in this moment where this is a kid who really buys into all the Christmas stuff.
Which, in no small part, was influenced by having trench warfare on Christmas.
That brought it out of him, maybe.
He's trauma bonded to the holiday.
That's a good way of putting it. Does the whole, like... does he clean everything up? Is there tar still on the steps of the garage? Or is there a blowtorch still lying around on the floor of the kitchen? Does any of that stuff bother you at all? Or are you just totally fine with the reality reset that seems to be taking place?
I don't want to get too far ahead of where we are now, but we are clued in that folks start realizing that not everything is completely back the way that it was.
Oh, okay. So to not get too far ahead, but you were saying Kevin, what did you do to my room is only the first of many. Kevin, what did you do
here? There are cascading discoveries that we get where someone rounds a corner right after that and they go, what the?
Yeah, they see something else.
I think there are things I will allow myself to believe in universe that he had just enough sentimentality and frankly adrenaline after the night he had that he might have done a pretty decent job of cleanup. And when you think about all his traps and stuff, there's a portability to a lot of them. So you don't see the tar because you're not going down to the basement. If you do see a stray micro machine, you're like, well, that's how we left it anyway. I don't think it's immediately obvious. Like, there's not a giant hole blown in any walls anywhere.
Right. There is still a bowl of macaroni and cheese sitting on a table.
The real tragedy of this film.
Right. Yeah.
If I'm pouring one out for anything, it's that.
Yeah. At least it was on sale.
Dude, those people, the people who sold it on sale.
When I hear people complain about that, I immediately want to question them. Do you want to see him clean up? Do you want a 20-minute montage of him scraping tar off of stairs and sweeping up feathers? And
it would completely pull you out of the place you need to be emotionally for what comes next.
Yeah. This movie's done you the treat of keeping the momentum going. We get the gift of not having to clean up our mess.
What about yourself on a scale of 1 to quibble?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I take it as helpful movie magic. I accept the irrationality of it.
Since we are aligned, it would be good to get some opposing opinions that are a bit more convincing. So if you can email us at Home Alone bias at verygmail.com and convince us that we should have seen cleanup or evidence thereof.
Do we keep hearing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas in that montage? Is that what plays while Kevin sweeps and wipes down? And
no, I think we have a coda of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
A minor key, creepy, rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, a disruptive nod of a refrain. Yeah, you just don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think there's a version of the script that has what Brad Pitt is always asking about, which is what's in the box?
If it's out there, I've never seen it. And it doesn't seem to linger on there long enough where it seems like we're supposed to know. It just seems a tad out of place. Can I share with you who is in this portion of the script that doesn't show up in the movie? And this is in the moment where Kevin is waving at Harry and Marv as they drive away.
This is okay. Please share.
Michael Jordan. In the script, like he's at the window waving to them, and like the standee that he used to trick them earlier is with him as if it's also waving at them.
I am decidedly for that.
I know, right? This is 2 minutes in a row where I think they like trashed something that was actually kind of a fun idea. In the script, they don't refer to him as Michael Jordan. It actually even says some generic term like shirtless athlete or something like that. So it doesn't specify, but it's clearly meant to be like the standee that he used to trick them at, to think that there was a party going on. And that would have been a nice move.
It doesn't cross that weird, corny threshold to where you go, yeah, you got to cut that out.
I wonder if they even tried it.
I will say, because of how little motion you need for that to happen, it'd be pretty easy to composite that together.
Now we're in good fan edit territory. I like the idea of that. I see it as a move that I, as a kid myself, absolutely would have done.
Yes.
If I'm like waving goodbye to the bad guys, I totally would like have my arm around Michael Jordan.
And maybe that's why I have such an immediate visceral reaction of being in favor of it, because I'm like, yes, that's what I would do at 8 years old.
I would have done it too, yeah. But, we got what we got. And maybe they tried it. Maybe they changed their minds before it even got shot. But I don't know. Now we can have it. So please email us your CGI repurposed Adobe After Effects created recut of this scene where Kevin and the cardboard cutout of Michael Jordan are waving goodbye to Harry and Marv. Send that to mjishere.now at verygmail.com.
We will also read anything that comes in to threepeat at verygmail.com.
Or Bulls on Parade at verygmail.com.